my name's Darrh Bullock, University of Kentucky beef cattle specialist, focused on genetics, and I have with me Dr. Jeff Lehmkuhler, also a beef extension specialist at UK working in nutrition. And we're going to talk to you today about a project we have going on that we're doing in coordination with Ben Kreitz. He's one of our PhD students and also an extension associate here at UK. And we're looking at the milk EPDs of bulls and the actual output that bull's daughters have in terms of the volume of that milk and also the components of that milk, both the protein percent and the milk fat percent.
One of the reasons that we're interested in this is that the milk yield and also the components is going to drive the nutritional needs that these cows are going to have during lactation. And the recent kind of nutritional recommendations for beef cattle, one of the missing pieces that was indicated was a little bit of a lack of knowledge of kind of the milk component differences by breed, by age of cow, and by nutritional status. And so we're trying to increase our knowledge and understanding of how milk components can change as we look at different sires.
So the reason we're concerned about this is that a lot of times on the forages that we have here in Kentucky, the nutritional level does not support the milk that we have going into them. And so producers are buying these bulls that have extremely high milk EPDs. And of course, that's going to translate into their daughters being heavier milkers. The problem is if we don't have the resources, nutritional resources, either in the forages or through our supplementation, then the end result is we have reduced reproduction in those females. So what we would like to do with this project is be able to, based on the EPDs of that sire, be able to project how much nutrition we're going to have to be able to provide to those daughters in order for them to both raise a good calf and to be reproductively efficient.
Excuse me. One of the challenges, Dr. Bullock, is when we look at our milk EPDs, they don't represent pounds of milk. They represent pounds of additional weaning weight, right?
That's exactly right, and it sometimes gets confusing, but yeah, when you're translating, so a 10-pound difference in that milk EPD means that the bull with the higher milk EPD value, his daughters will raise calves that weigh 10 more pounds at weaning time because of their added milk. So it's not pounds of milk, pounds of weaned calf of that bull's daughters.
And so the additional reason we're looking at this is from a nutrition standpoint is if we can find some relationship between that milk EPD that we look up in these breed catalogs and the actual level of milk production, maybe we can find a relationship there to allow us to better nutritionally manage these cows as we see different milk EPDs coming into some of our herds.
I'm no nutritionist, as you know, Jeff, but one of the problems, a lot of this research that's been done in the past has focused pretty much on volume and not really broken it down into the components. And that was a little bit of the slant that we wanted to take with this project, is we want to know how much energy is that cow giving out. Because if she's giving it out, she has to take it in. Is it coming through the food or is it coming off of her back when we don't have the proper nutrition? And that's where we get concerned, particularly, after she's had that calf and she's in peak lactation. What do we want her to do? We want her to rebreed. And so that's why we need to get this matched up, matching our genetics with our management and nutrition.
So as we wrap up this project, we'll be sharing more information about our findings. And one of the nice things, we've got some collaborators at the University of, Virginia Tech, and then also at North Carolina State University with a little bit different genetics, but also in different environments so that we can get a little bit better picture of how some of these EPDs may be relating to milk components and milk level production.
Yep, still keeping it kind of in this in the region, but we did want to reach out and we do appreciate both Virginia and North Carolina in helping us out with this project, and hopefully going to have some good results here before too much longer.
So with that, we'll be sure to keep everybody informed and try to keep you updated as the findings of the work begin to kind of come to the surface, and we'll share it in extension meetings and some of the publications. Mr. Kreitz will be involved in writing up the results and trying to get it into scientific journals as well.
Thank you again for joining us for Beef Minutes, and we'll see you another time.